Hour number 2, Northwest Sports Tonight here on AM 860. And what a great news story this is. And it's my pleasure on this Coach's Corner segment to welcome in the head coach at Lewis and Clark College. Chris Sulages joins us. His football team, 5-0, thanks to a big win over the Whitworth Pilots, 30-22 on Saturday. Chris, congratulations.
Thank you very much.
Say that again, please.
Thank you very much.
When I run the board, you never know what's going to happen. But anyway, let's talk about this. When you were here earlier in the season, I think you'd played 1 or 2 games, and things were looking good. But now you're 5-0, the first winning season in 16 years on Palatine Hill. What's in the water now? What's going on?
It's just our guys are really excited and they understand the challenge. We have kind of a mixed team. We have a real old team and a really young team at the same time, and it's the older guys and helping with younger guys have an understanding of what's going on, what it means to get to conference, what it means to play Whitworth. It's a big step up from what our out of conference. Northwest Conference is best Division III conference in the country. So
it is, although you look at D3.com, which I did just a little while ago. Linfield, number 5, okay,
right.
They deserve that. PLU got a few votes. That's it.
Right.
I mean, they dissed the best conference in the country, really, and that's because of the number of D3 schools back east, and we're way out here. They still think we're all wearing plaid shirts and we're chopping down trees out here.
Exactly, and what they used to list the winning percentage of each conference in the playoffs, and they don't list that as much anymore because Northwest Conference was right there at the top of the list. So,
well, let's talk about why the Pioneers are 5-0. I mean, obviously you've got a talented quarterback. I mean, every team, it has to have a quarterback who knows how to get the job done. Tell us about the QB.
Yeah, our quarterback, sophomore Keith Welch. He's dynamic. I mean, he can tuck it and run it, or he's on top of it throwing, and he throws the tough balls. He's not just a guy would throw to the flats and we run with him. He's a guy who throws the seams and the deep outs, and he does a great job for sure.
What are you at? 149 yards rushing. So this guy would cause the Beavers fits.
Yes, he would.
Because he's got that speed. He can throw the ball as well as run, and so he's a double threat.
He's a true double threat for sure.
Which is cool. Now, let's talk a little about that game on Saturday, because a lot of people were saying, well, they were 4-0, but the schedule was a little soft, and now here comes the real game against Whitworth, because Whitworth's had some really good teams the past few years out of Spokane.
Yeah, definitely. They've, I think in the last 3-4 years they've won the conference championship, and the thing that Whitworth brings to you typically is a real physical team, and we knew that was going to be a challenge for us, and we kind of did it. We did a great job in the first half offensively. And defensively, but second half on defense and special teams throughout the game, that's where we won the game, and it was a real challenge for our guys to do that. And I think that we grew the most in that game than any other game, and that's why we're looking forward to keeping the schedule going here. Puget Sound this week and the rest of the Northwest Conference.
Yeah, and it doesn't get any easier for you guys, let's face it. But maybe just talk a little bit about what was it like on Saturday to host a home game, undefeated. I mean, what was the turnout like? What were people, was there a buzz there Saturday?
It was definitely a buzz there Saturday because we've been out of town for a month. We had three away games and then 1 bye week, so we hadn't been home for a month. And the crowd was great. President was on the sidelines, the president of the school, which is nice, and real big buzz. I think all, alumni guys on the past teams were there, recent past teams, and they're just excited to watch the Pioneers go out in the field and do what we can do.
Well, you've got Puget Sound coming up on the this weekend, then at PLU up there in Parkland. Never an easy game against.
No, we're actually at home at Puget Sound this week.
Oh, that's what I'm saying. Well, Puget Sound this week, then at PLU.
Oh, yes, yeah.
And then you'll host Willamette, and then at Linfield. So, I mean, this is the gauntlet, the Northwest Conference gauntlet. But
it is.
You guys are relevant again. What does that mean to you and the players to know that, hey, people are talking about Lewis and Clark other than as, forgive me, the doormats of the league? Because that's in the past few years, it's been that way.
Correct. No, like I said, our older guys really get it. I think our young guys do a little bit, but our older guys understand a little bit more. And I don't know if anyone thought we'd be in this position, but I know the coaching staff and the players for sure. We knew we'd be in this position. This was our goal. We're looking every week to week, one game at a time, and we're 5-0 right now, and we're just getting ready for UPS, and hopefully we can make that next step.
Well, good luck against UPS. Now, as a head coach, how long have you been a head coach now, Chris?
I think this is my 6th year.
6th year, okay. Yeah. Now, talk a little bit, because I was watching the 49ers Detroit game yesterday.
Right.
Did you see the end of that game?
Sure did.
All right. Now, as a head coach, you've just had a spectacular last-second win over, kind of a rival, and you run over there. I mean, what was your take on that whole little dance that Jim Schwartz and Jim Harbaugh had?
I'm not, I'm not really sure, but it looked like some things were said there, and I'm not sure what they were saying, but it's kind of coaching. You got to be excited and be excited with your players, but come to the middle of the field and with some respect and say great game, and we'll see you down the road or whatever else you want to say. But it looked like there was something else going on there for sure.
Well, yeah.
And then Schwartz reacted to that, so that was interesting to see.
A little chippy, and Harbaugh is, he's an emotional guy.
Definitely.
And he's tough. I mean, he's obviously turned that team and franchise around as far as attitude.
Right.
But, have you ever had a situation where the coach on the other side was somebody that wasn't your favorite guy, or maybe you guys had a little run? I mean, has that ever happened to you?
It happens. There's obviously different personalities, and obviously coaching and athletics, there's some egos involved. But, I've never been in a situation where somebody wanted to fight me or I wanted to fight someone else. So that was pretty interesting.
A little over the top, and of course,
it was.
In the NFL, which is stayed, and that was out of the box, and so it got a lot of attention. They didn't get fined, which I thought was a little surprising, but I'm sure they were put on notice. Don't do that again.
I'm sure they were. You'd think with the commissioner putting everybody on, fining them and doing that, they would actually react to the coaches doing it too.
It'd be kind of fun if they had a rematch in the playoffs.
Rematch, or actually set up a fight for charity or something. Put them in a boxing ring. Something.
Yeah, raise some money.
Right.
I'd like that. See, you're thinking, Chris. Chris Sulages is our guest, Lewis and Clark football team head coach. And, I'm a Linfield guy. But when you see the Wildcats 56 years in a row now with a winning record going back to 1955, what does that say? Is that obviously that's something to look up to if at any college football program, to see that just success after success after success.
Yeah, it says a lot. I think it says a lot for and I don't mind talking a little bit about Linfield, but it says a lot for the institution, because it takes a lot of things, not just the football coaches and the football players, but administration and alumni and other people to rally around for that to happen.
And I know it's a rival for Lewis and Clark, and
Sure.
I'm all for it. I'm so happy to see you guys, having a great season. But what's it going to take to continue? You don't want guys to get big heads and just assume you're going to win that next game. It's all about preparation, I'm sure. And what's the driving force behind your message?
The biggest piece is still, kind of coaching cliche a little bit, is we got to take it one game, one play at a time, and have a bigger understanding of what needs to happen. We can't be looking to the future when we're playing Whitworth. We got to play Whitworth, and we got to play them that play. What are they doing on this play? And we got to react to it and win. And that's the biggest piece we got going on right now.
And what's the players' attitude? What was it like after the game Saturday?
It was a great feeling for everybody, but I think the players along with the coaches, kind of the same thing. We felt good for a while, but now we're next step. We're 5-0 right now. We got UPS coming in again for homecoming. We got to get ready to go for that. Get healthy and get ready to go. At
homecoming at Lewis and Clark, what are some of the things that happens?
All the alumni events from the Hall of Fame dinner the night before, and I'm going to miss some events. There's lots of events going on. There's an alumni tent in the end zone. It's usually pretty well attended game, and it's just real good atmosphere at Lewis and Clark. It's one of the most beautiful campuses, and obviously the football field, actually second most beautiful campus in the country. I don't know if I've ever said that before, but
no, you know what? It is a gorgeous campus,
yeah.
And obviously the good turnout. Yeah. And I just congratulate you guys on your 5-0 season. I would love to see you guys at 8-0 as you head into that final game against Linfield. I think that would be unbelievable.
That would be unbelievable. But again, we're going to take it
one game at a time. Chris Sulages, hey, thanks for spending time with us. Thanks for coming in. Hope we can see you here again soon.
Thank you.